Congresswoman, we have a little bit of breaking news, so let me just get this on our air. This is from FBI Director James Comey, who just wrote a letter to Congress. I'm just going to read it for our viewers. You're looking at a tweet from Jason Chaffetz, which just says, FBI Director just informed us, based on our review, we have not changed our conclusions that we expressed in July with respect to Secretary Clinton. And I have the full letter in front of me. It says, I write to supplement my October 28th, 2016 letter that notified you the FBI would be taking additional investigative steps with respect to former Secretary of State Clinton's use of a personal email server. Since my letter, the FBI investigative team has been working around the clock to process and review a large volume of emails from a device obtained in connection with an unrelated criminal investigation. During that process, we reviewed all of the communications that were to or from Hillary Clinton while she was Secretary of State. Based on our review, we have not changed our conclusions that we expressed in July with respect to Secretary Clinton. I am very grateful to the professionals at the FBI for doing the extraordinary amount of work in a short period of time. Congresswoman, I know that this is just breaking as we are having this discussion, but as you know, the revelations that the FBI was looking into newly discovered emails had cast a cloud over this campaign. Can I get your real-time reaction to what I just read on the air?
Well, it is real time, it's why we needed transparency. The timing of making this announcement, you know, I still don't understand why the FBI director did it when he did. I think he was trying to protect himself and the institution. But the fact that he did look at all of these and we are now telling people that they found nothing new is very significant and very important. One of the things that I'm the most concerned about is that the day after this election, we've got to come together. We are a country that's been divided. I don't like it. I don't like what's happened. And I hope my Republican friends, my Democratic friends, we're all going to come together the day after this election, no matter what happens, and remember that we're Americans first.
Congresswoman, I wonder if you can weigh in on what the political implications might be of what I just read. In the wake of that revelation a number of days ago that Director Comey was looking into newly discovered emails, we saw these polls get tighter in almost every battleground state and nationwide. And a lot of Democrats who I've been talking to starting to get very jittery that those revelations could cost Secretary Clinton the presidency. Now we are learning at this hour that the FBI director is essentially saying that what they found in these emails doesn't change his bottom line equation. He's not taking any further action. Do you think that we could see Secretary Clinton's poll numbers go up?
I think, you know, the next 48 hours, anything can happen. Please do not let complacency set in any place. I'm sure that this will make some people feel calmer, and quite frankly, it'll get others outraged. So I'm glad to hear him come out and say this, because there's been a lot of conspiracy theories, again, a lot of people out there saying, I think that this it again clears her of any wrongdoing. That is what is important, and what we're hearing, she had no wrongdoing. But we've got 48 hours ahead of us where no one can be complacent. We all need to go out to vote. We've all got to make sure that we understand our future's at stake on Election Day.
And we have a little bit more to add to this breaking story. Brian Fallon, communications director for the Clinton campaign, has just put out a tweet. We want to put it up on our air. I'm going to read it. Brian Fallon tweeting, "We were always confident nothing would cause the July decision to be revisited. Now Director Comey has confirmed it." Were you always confident, Congresswoman? Did you know ultimately this would be the outcome? Did you think they could resolve it this quickly?
I prayed that they would resolve this quickly, and I think the FBI had a moral responsibility to do it because of all the false things that started coming out. So I'm glad to see that it happened. I actually took Secretary Clinton at her word. She said that she made a mistake. She said that she hadn't done anything wrong. I've known this woman for 30 years. I've worked with her on so many projects. I know what a good, decent, honorable person she is. So I'm glad that it happened, but it is not giving me one sense of comfort for 48 hours. We've got to be all hands on deck working hard.
Congresswoman Dingell, I want to ask you to stand by as I bring in Ben Ginsberg, who is one of our Republican analysts. Really appreciate your being here to help us break down this breaking news. Let me just remind our viewers At this very moment, we are getting a letter from Director Comey, which he sent to Congress, and he essentially says they have gone through those newly discovered emails. And he says, based on our review, we have not changed our conclusions that we expressed in July with respect to Secretary Clinton. Ben, what is the political significance of this? As I was just discussing with Congresswoman Dingell, we saw the polls essentially start to tighten in a number of battleground states in the wake of Comey's first announcement. Could this be a game changer?
Well, there's not too much time left in the game, so it will certainly change the discussion and the narrative in the last 48 hours of voting. I suspect that most voters are actually locked in now, and so a sort of non-prosecution statement from the FBI director may or may not actually be a motivator to get people out to vote. But make no mistake about it, it will change what both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton and the campaign say in the last 48 hours. What more discussion in the last 48 hours about the emails will do is basically take the Clinton campaign off its positive message, and the Trump campaign is going to have to change its motivational message. So this does kind of scramble what the campaigns will be saying.